Guys, I have a confession. So, it's been about 2 months now since I started this weight loss journey, and it's been going well so far for me. But I need to admit to something. I have not been counting calories. In fact, I don't understand this concept of counting calories. And I know a lot of you are going to judge me because every time somebody gives me weight loss advice in the comments, one thing that I've noticed that everybody says in common, by the way, I'm so sorry for the noise. There's aircon and someone eating in here. People disagree about a lot of things, but it just doesn't seem like calories and calorie deficit is one of those things. It seems like everybody agrees on that. And like I've seen my comments where people are saying, oh, don't worry, as long as you're on a calorie deficit, you're fine. And I'm like, am I? I don't even know if I am because I don't count calories. I eat when I'm hungry. I mean, I've reduced the amount I eat for sure because now I've been eating like twice a day, and usually I do a light meal like during the afternoon. I don't really eat much in the morning, and then in the evening, that's when I have like a nice heavy meal. But otherwise, I don't count calories. I don't understand what actually they are and what calorie deficit is. I will actually do a mini Google now just to understand. And I'm wondering, like, am I doing it wrong? How come everybody is talking about, oh, calories, oh, calorie deficit, and I'm out here not doing it? It seems like it is the one key ingredient to weight loss. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I do want some like very good changes. So I do want to learn the concept at the very least. So yeah, guys, please educate me. I am going to Google what calories are just to begin with, because listen, this is science. What are calories? Calories are units of measurement for energy. Okay, cool. Specifically representing the amount of heat energy. Listen, we're getting too complicated. Skip. Okay, it says calories measure the energy provided by food. Cool. What is a calorie deficit? What is a calorie deficit? Let me see this. A calorie deficit. I forgot to wear my glasses. I wanted to look cool when I read. It's not too late, right? Let's study. A calorie deficit occurs when you burn more calories than you consume. And calorie apparently is energy. Okay, it's making sense. So if you burn more energy than you consume, I mean that's pretty basic physics, I guess. That makes sense. But what complicates things for me is, how do you know how much calorie you burn and consume? Are you like, do you guys like take out a calculator every time you have to eat? Is that the lifestyle, the calorie deficit lifestyle? Is it that every time you want to eat something, you have to take out your calculator and just start adding stuff and say, oh, okay, this is 500. Okay, this is good. And then you eat it. And if it's like 510, what do? You minus 10. It just sounds too technical for me. It sounds too complicated for me. And I don't know, is that sustainable? Like, I'm just imagining myself as like an old woman, healthy, and every time I have to eat, I have to calculate stuff. Or maybe it's not calculated. Maybe you guys use intuition or I don't know. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm on a deficit, to be quite honest with you. But I am losing a little bit of weight. So does that also, does all weight loss mean deficit? Or can you not be on a deficit and still lose weight? Is it possible? Or is the deficit calculation, guys, give me 1 second, I'm going to pause. Okay, I also want to Google how to calculate calories. Let's see what that says. How to calculate calories. It says, to calculate calories, you can either estimate intake by multiplying macronutrients, protein, carb, fat by their caloric value. So it's an estimation. So you can never really truly know whether or not you're in a deficit, or whether the calories that you calculated are correct, because it seems like they're saying it's an estimate. And also, I just read, but I don't know what I just read. You either estimate by multiplying micronutrients. Okay, so I guess if you have like a food package, then there's like protein, carbs, and fats. Then do I have any kind of food here? I have honey, and that it's a raw honey. I have milk. Wait, I want to understand this thing, because I'm trying to figure out if it's something I can potentially see myself doing. Because listen, if it's gonna help me get this weight off, I'm happy to do it. It's just that it sounds extremely. Sorry, I'm very clumsy, by the way. Sounds extremely complicated. So I've got some milk here. Let's see. Okay, macronutrients. Okay. So you look at protein, carbs, and fats, right? And then, remember they said calories are energy. I'm seeing that there's a kJ, and I know kilojoules are energy. So there is energy. Okay, and you can even see energy per serving. Like here, it says energy per 100 ml serving, and then it shows you protein is 3.3. Okay. Milk actually has a decent amount of proteins. Okay, cool. So you take that, and what do? You multiply them by their caloric value. Assuming the word calorie refers to energy. Guys, I think I figured it out. Hear me out. They saying, so this milk has, where's the calculator? Okay. It's not that hard, but it just seems like a lot of work though. Like if I want to drink milk, I want to drink milk. But anyways, you have to just multiply their caloric values, and calories are equal to energy, and kJ, kilojoules, are equal to energy. So I just multiply these for these specific nutrients. Okay, so this milk, let's say I was about to drink like 100 ml of this milk. Sorry, this is me trying to figure it out. You guys can tell me in the comments if I'm doing it correctly, and if this is how you guys are doing it also, because yeah, is this what you guys are doing? And listen, this is just milk. I'm just imagining I'm making myself a meal, and it has things like bananas, and I mean bananas don't even have this outright written. So I have to Google, research, and every single thing I have to count and sum it up. Guys, it's a lot. Anyways, protein per 100 ml, 3.3. Then you multiply it by fat, 3.4. Then you multiply it by carbs, where carbs, there, 4. Tell me if I'm right, guys. 100 mils of full cream milk has about 45 calories. I feel smart. I feel so smart right now. Am I right? I feel like I got the formula. Okay, that is pretty cool. Okay, so 45 calories in 100 mils of milk, according to my calculation and what they said it is. Okay, cool. So you do that for every single item that you're eating. That's like a lot. If you're making like stir fry, you calculate for every single ingredient. And you do that every day, the whole day, for until you lose the weight, I suppose. I mean, it just sounds like a lot. Is that what you guys are doing? Because I'm telling you, everyone who's talking about weight loss, one thing they all say is count your calories. If you're on a calorie deficit, you'll be fine. Sounds like a lot of work. Okay, cool. Now what I want to understand is this. Now that I know how many calories I'm eating, because I'm summing all these up, now I need to know how many calories okay, what did they say about deficit? Because I know it's an equation. And I know it's an equation. Okay, sorry, let me go back to, why didn't I save that page? Calorie deficit. Okay, now calorie deficit calculation. My goodness, why is it so hard to type? Because I'm holding this thing. But the thing is, I recently discovered how nice and crisp the audio is when I hold it. And also there's an aircon here and it's making noise, but it's quite nice and chilly. Okay. Gosh, what am I typing? What did they say a deficit is? What is the equation? The equation is the energy you put in. Okay, yes. It's the energy you put in versus the energy you put out. Energy in minus energy out. Energy in is your food. Right? So how do you calculate energy out? How to calculate energy out for calorie deficit. To calculate, actually, I just remember something. I have a Fitbit watch, and it actually writes calories, by the way. I don't wear it every day. I actually only wear it at the gym because I thought that's the only time it matters. So I'm actually supposing that you just take whatever calories are on that watch and then you minus, I suppose you just take whatever calories are on the watch and you minus the calories that you ate. And I don't know what kind of answer you're looking for when you do the subtraction. But I mean, when I go to the gym, for instance, sometimes it says, like in one gym session, it'll say that I burnt like between 400 to 600 calories, usually, the watch. And this milk, like 100 mils of this milk alone is 45 calories. So that means like I shouldn't be eating much at all. Man, I'm pretty sure it's much more complicated than that. I'm not an expert. Tell me how you guys do it, please. And is it like a thing, like, you know, really for me to shed these pounds, do I really need to be counting calories? And how do you guys do it? Or maybe there's an app that you use, probably, right? Maybe. Because I just cannot physically imagine a person with a calculator in their kitchen and like counting, multiplying protein plus multiplied by fats, multiplied by carbs, and then write milk, 45, and then next ingredient, and then you sum them all up. And then how do you know how many you need? I guess maybe it depends on your weight. Tell me, do you go where can I go to also find out how many calories I need to intake in a day? So I can I'm willing to try it for like a week and see how it goes, guys. I hope I don't starve. It just sounds like I'm gonna starve a lot, but I'm willing to try it for a week and see how it goes, how I feel about it. But yeah, I know it's a very common thing that everybody talks about. So I know everybody supports it. I'm not against it. I'm just saying it just seems very complicated and technical. Yeah. But maybe you guys can advise me on how you do it. And maybe I tried for a week and I tell you guys how it went. And if I enjoy it and it went well, maybe I join the calorie club. Anyways, adios.